Yesterday is gone, so you only have the day. You wanna throw in the towel, you wanna low on your face. Seem like it's too much, you wanna walk away. But you gotta keep going, you gotta fight another day. Gotta keep on going,
Can't stop here.
you gotta keep on going.
Try your
You
tears.
gotta keep on going, you gotta keep going.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Keep Going podcast, where we focus on present self and future growth. Today, we got a very, very special guest. If you ever check in the podcast and you listen to the intro, this man is the man on the intro. This is the voice that you hear. So if you're looking for some good music or you're looking for some futures, go ahead and hit my boy up. Jay Hall, man, what it do, baby?
Man, what's going on, man? How you doing today, man?
Oh, hey, man, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain, bro. I can't complain. Just living, man. You feel me? How you been, though?
Man, I've been doing good, man. Just taking it one day at a time, trying to make progress, man. Just steady moving.
I hear you. My boy fresh in the studio right now. My boy don't stop
Right
working.
now.
Stay on the
Hey, we
grind.
never stop working, man. The grind never stops, fam.
Hey, man, I hear you. Hey, man, for the people that might be just hearing about you for the first time, man, tell them who is Jay Hall.
Man, J Hall, man, I'm a singer, I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I'm a musician, I'm a bootleg drawer, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, man. So if you ever want to look for me, man, check on my IG, man. It's songwriter J Hall. Facebook, man, Jonathan Deontay Hall. TikTok, man, songwriter J Hall. At 31, man, and just tap in.
Hey, bet.
Definitely.
I love it, man. Hey, man, since we talk about music and you stepping out the studio for a little bit, man, what is it that inspires you to do music?
Bro, my story inspired me when I was growing up, man. When I was growing up, I didn't have a rough beginning, but I was already counted out. You know what I'm saying? I was counted out. I dealt with depression my whole life, half of my life. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, man. Family really, I had a rough experience with family, but I forgive them and I still love them the same way. You know what I mean? So they said I never amount to anything. They said I never be nothing. I was considered slow. I was considered dumb, and I'm one of the ones that made it out. You know what I'm saying? So my story, really, man, depression was really have always been a place of peace for me. That I can go into the studio and I can talk to the mic when it's just me and the mic. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and nobody there to judge me, nobody there to overtalk me. The mic have always been a place to just listen. You know what I mean? So and then I've dealt with that half of my life, depression, suicidal, feeling like I wasn't good enough, actually believing what they said was actually true. So this my story, man. So that's what this mainly my music is the reason you hear what you hear, because I have a story to tell. And the only reason I can tell my story, the only way I can tell my story is through music, the highest risk.
No, I love that, bro. And I think that's why I related to your music so fast, because I got a similar story like you. I come from a place of dealing with a lot of depression and stuff like that before I even realized it was depression. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
when I was
right.
still a young kid, and I tell about my story a lot when like having my family being taken away from my parents, living in foster care, all those things. It built up a
Right.
lot of anger in a lot of that inside of me, bro. So I definitely can feel that in relating to your music and stuff like that. And I
Right,
definitely
right.
want to stick here because I think this is an important topic that a lot of people need to hear, because I hear the pain in your music a lot. I hear you talk about that and relating to those people who go through pain. And I think it's important because I think we need music like that, because it need to, I think music, we got different styles of music, and I think every style of music have to meet somebody where they're at in life. Like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And
Right.
I think that's what your music do. I think it meets somebody where they're at in their life, when they're going through that pain and depression and stuff like that. And you said something that really sparked something to me when you were talking about your family, like being counted out and stuff like that. Can you talk? Because I think so many of us go through this. You know what I'm saying? Can you talk about like what it is that you like how do you get over something like that? Like how do you keep pushing? Because like you making music, I truly believe, I tell people all the time, you could have made every excuse. You said you thought about suicide, you could have made it happen, but you still here today. And I think that alone is encouraging to an individual that might still be contemplating right now. And what can you like say, to bless somebody, like with how you came from being counted out, those thoughts to chasing after your dreams today?
Man, I'm gonna say, man, you must have to. First, man, you gotta have God in your life. Without God, man, you would never amount to anything. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have to have a prayer life. Your prayer life
Mm,
have to be consistent. Third thing, man, you have to be consistent of what are you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can never give up. And even though, see, giving up. One thing I found out about giving up is easy. Giving up is easy, but
so
staying
easy.
on track is hard.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we try to take them 10 steps forward and we get knocked back 20 because a lot of times we have these flashbacks or reminds us what broke us, what hurt us, and it sticks on us instead of us looking forward, we always look backwards. So if I was going to encourage anybody, man, I would tell them, hey man, tell your story, keep using your voice, keep going and never give up, even in the dark. Because one thing I learned about the valley is always have an out. You know what I mean? Anytime you're in the valley, is always have an out ending. So you got to keep going. We got to keep pushing, and we got to block out the negativity. Your surroundings have to be so effective until nobody can bring negativity to you. Because a lot of times when we get people in our circle that hold us accountable for our past, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And the
Yeah.
only thing that people can remember of us is our past. They know nothing good about the now. And if you're doing something good right now, they're gonna only remember you by what you used to do because they don't know how to accept the you that you're doing right now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I like what you said. I like the list that you gave us. And you said number one, you keep God in your life. I had to learn. I had to truly learn that because when I got taken from my parents, I went through a stretch in my life where I know I was mad at God. Like I don't believe in God. Like I don't want nothing to
Wow.
do with him no more. Like I went through that stretch. I was so angry with him because I just did not understand how could he allow me to be taken from my parents. And what's crazy
Wow.
is, and I tell people all the time, I don't care what it is you're going through. If it's something you're going through in your life right now, and you got something where you just cannot understand how can God be a part of this, my pastor always say one thing: don't be afraid to ask him then, because
Right.
God answered my question from a 10-year-old boy, and He answered my question at 23 years old, and
Wow.
I never forget just looking back over my life and thinking, if God would never took me from my parents, it would have kept me in the neighborhood I was in. It would have kept me
Yeah.
around the friends that I had. And
Absolutely.
my closest friend to me died at 17. If
Wow.
that would have been my closest friend if I would have stayed in that predicament. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? I,
Yeah.
I probably would have been selling drugs, probably been in prison. Another cat I was close to went to prison for a double homicide. Like this is the stuff I would have been around. And I
Right.
probably wouldn't have been doing this podcast today. So I love that you say that. And I say that to anybody who might be going through something and you might not understand where God can play a role in it. I'm here today to tell you that God can definitely play a role in
Man,
anything,
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 any,
anything. Don't
any,
be scared to ask him.
anything and everything.
For real. For real.
Anything and everything, bro. So, yeah, that's my story, man. So we
I,
out here, man. We got our feet planted to the ground, man.
I love it. I love it, bro. I love it, man. And like I said, when I'm listening to your music, bro, like I hear the story, like how important to you, because I know, like I told you, I used to do music and I used to do a lot of pain music and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you something. After this, I'm gonna send you something just so you can see, like I ain't capping, like I really used to do
Yeah,
that for real.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man, and after you hear it on what though, like, hey, bro, I need you to jump on the future, bro. I ain't been doing no music, bro.
Hey, I'm still gonna tell you, boy. Hey, come on in the room, man. Hey, come on in the room. Yeah, man.
Hey,
Hey, I'm
but
excited
what?
for you, man. I'm glad you're doing what you was called to do.
Hey,
Um,
I
that's
appreciate you, bro.
that's deep, man. A lot of people are called, but on the field chosen.
Hey,
You
I
know what I mean?
appreciate you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you, bro. Hey, but so when I used to do music, man, my music was very therapeutic to me, like what I talked about and
most
stuff like
definitely.
that. Uh, would you say it's therapeutic for you?
Absolutely. It's my go-to.
It's your
It's
go-to.
I gotta have it. If I don't have it, I lose it. I don't have nothing else to run to.
I
Beside my
love it.
kids, beside my
Yeah.
kids in church, But music that's my go-to, man. You gotta have some kind of balance
You
in your
got
life.
to. You
And
got to.
you need something that brings the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that bring the worst out of you. We live in matter of fact, bro, we living in a society now where you're gonna need something positive to lean on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Fact.
mean? You're gonna
Fact.
need something. You're gonna need a pillow to lay
Yeah.
on, to sit on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my story, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love that. And to anybody out there, like, if you struggling with depression and stuff like that, one thing I learned is if you found something, like, I just believe that, God gave us skills and talents and things like that
Absolutely.
that we can use to give back to him, that we can
Yes,
use to
absolutely.
bless those people, his
Yeah.
creation, with the skill set that we have. And whatever that might look like for y'all, like, don't be scared to use it. and
Don't be
and
scared,
and with
bro.
that being said, bro, like, did you ever go through a point in your life where, like, you held back because you thought about what people said, or you was just always confident,
Ooh,
like you just always,
ooh.
oh yeah, hey, I
Bro,
know, I
listen,
know.
let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, man. For 15 years, I walked around with my head down.
Mm,
I was
mm,
afraid to look up because I was so
mm,
busy looking down. I had a shot problem. My auntie, I remember my aunt Valerie told me, she said, "Don't you ever walk around with your head down anymore. That's a sign of depression." I
mm.
felt because it was so deep and it was so thick and it was so authentic that I actually started to believe, well, maybe they're right. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe my gift, or maybe this thing I call music is nothing. You know, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I think it's just kicked out a little bit. There we
Maybe I
go.
need to stop singing. Maybe I need to stop doing what I love to do. Maybe I need to give it up. I'm never going anywhere. I'm never going to amount to anything. And said I asked you to believe in. But man, I just kept going. I kept going. I kept doing what I do, and that's where I am today, man. I'm just doing what I do, and I'm doing what they said I never do. You know what I mean? And guess what?
Yeah.
I'm loving doing what they said I never do. Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah,
Yeah. So with this episode, I want to talk a little bit about taking responsibility, because when I hear your music, I hear the pain. Like you said, they counted me out. You know what I'm saying? They, turned their back on me, et cetera, et cetera. And I believe, I tell people all the time, like, at some point, like, people gonna talk down on you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna count you out. And if
right.
you continue to give them the power, then you will never become what God intended for you
Never,
to become.
never, bro.
And when I see your story, I see somebody who was willing to say, you know what? I can easily play the victimhood mentality, because I played it for so long, bro. I played
Man,
it for so
bro.
long. Like, my daddy walked out on me, man. I quit. I quit life, man. I quit this, man. I'm done with this crowd. Like, for so long, that's how I was. And then I got to a point one day. I remember Eric Thomas said, I mean, it hit me. And he was talking about, he was like, I don't care if your mama walk out on you, your daddy walk out on you. I don't care if who quits on
Yeah,
you in life.
yeah,
You better not
yeah,
quit on
yeah.
yourself. And I'm just like,
Right,
man, what? What did he just
right,
say? Don't quit on myself. And then
right.
I thought about it. I'm like, dang, like, me using all these excuses for everybody that's done something to me. If I quit on myself, then I'm doing exactly to myself what I said that they did to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
So,
the thing,
like,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I really talk to that, like, because I see somebody who just accepted responsibility and said, I'm going to take control of where I'm at in life, and I'm just going to do the things that I need to do.
Right, 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 bro. That's real talk, man. You got to keep going. Hey, one thing I learned in this process, bro, when people can't know when people can't use you, they have no
Uh-huh.
use for you. You feel me?
Mm.
When people
Yes.
can't control you, they have no
Yeah.
use for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And when they see
Ah,
that and when they see that their seed that they planted in you didn't
yeah.
grow,
Mm-hmm.
then they have no cushion to lay on.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know
Nah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
real.
So
That's real.
yeah,
That's real.
yeah.
That's real. Nah, nah, I have a story. You just said that when I was growing up, I used to play ball, and I was pretty good at it. And I never forget, like, I used to be with a friend, and his granddad used to take us everywhere to play ball. Like I just used to think, like, this man is so nice. Like, whenever we wanted to play ball, he used to take us there. Everything changed for me when he said something one night to me. He looked at me dead in my eyes and he said, Alvin, when you go to the NBA, don't forget about this. everything changed for me because it switched me from a kid that was playing ball for fun, just trying to be the best that I can be, to like, I gotta go to the NBA because if I don't go to the NBA, I fail him. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's doing all of this. You know what I'm saying? Now it makes sense to me now. And it just gave me a different mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Like, very few people do something with you or for you without expectation of getting something back from it.
I believe
and it's
it.
like,
Absolutely.
it's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
I believe
And
it.
it's like you have to really go out in this life, like, you know, thinking like that, like knowing that, man, what people want from you and stuff like that. So nah, bro, I think that's dope, bro. Oh man, like so what advice, bro, like would you give to, because I talk about the journey a little bit and going through the journey, and it can get tough on this journey sometimes, you know, and I know your music is therapeutic, but I know it's sometimes, bro, where you want, like where you're at, sometimes you want to be further along, but like, man, I thought I'd be further along by now, bro. And
Bro,
you
I
can go through
said
this
that last
struggle.
week. I
See,
said that
see,
last week.
yeah, like talk about that though. You know what I'm saying? Like what it is and how you get through that, bro. Because it's a roller coaster, up and down, dog. I know the feeling.
I deposit this mindset of patience. You gotta
Yeah.
have patience. You gotta have patience in this thing. In this music, bro, this journey, anything you do, it's gonna require patience. It's gonna require time. It is also gonna require consistency. And you're gonna need to be around the right people at the right time in the right at the right place.
Yeah.
It's people out there that help you. Everybody's not out to hurt you, right? So it's people out there that help you. But if you're willing to be consistent and if you're willing to invest, you have to invest in your gift. You have to know your worth. How do we know what's our worth when everything we do is free?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So we have to just keep moving, bro. We have to keep believing in this. Nobody's never gonna believe in you like you believe in yourself. So that's my advice, bro. So you just gotta keep going. We gotta keep going because the moment we lay down, then we become everything that they said we weren't gonna be.
Nah, that's fact. I tell people all the time, people only gonna take you as serious as you take yourself.
You only
Like,
take yourself seriously.
that's it. Like, I'm not going no further than that, man.
I'm not going no further than that, man. You gotta invest.
Yeah.
Nothing in
For
this
real.
world is free. You gotta invest. And one thing about investing in this, bro, the good thing about investing is you get to plant a seed. And once you keep investing, you get to water it. You see what I'm saying? You get to water it. And then when you watering it, it begins to grow. And then everything that you invested, everything that you planted, all that stuff gonna come right back to you. It's gonna be bigger than whatever you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bigger than whatever you planted in.
Nah, I love it. Nah, that's dope. That's dope, bro. What would you say, bro, to aspiring artists out there that's like, you know, they want to start. They might not even got started yet. They kind of scared. They might be timid. They might be thinking about what somebody else. You know, they might still be in that place in life. You know what I'm saying? What would you say to that person?
Do it. You'll never know what you could become until you don't do it. You'll never know what hand that you can actually have until you try it. Do it, bro. Do it. No matter the fears, no matter the cost, just do it. You'll miss out on a whole lot of stuff if you never just take the time out to do it.
I love it, bro. I love it, bro. I don't want to hold you up too long, bro. I know you got to get back to the studio, bro. I want to. The last segment of the podcast is called Going. It's where I take Going, which is an acronym, and I apply it to your regular life and where you at in life and what you're trying to do. And so for the first one is G, is goal. What is your goal? What is a goal that you have that we can look over time and say, man, he said that's what he wanted to do.
Bro, one of my goals that I just established today, that I really made established today, I wanted to do a community walk by faith celebrity basketball charity. I wanted to do that to have the kids something to look up towards to. Give the kids something positive to look up to. We got so much negative, man, that we forget about the positive. Give the kids something to, you know what I'm saying, want to come out, want to be a part of something great. I want to bring some people in, some of my friends in that I know that play celebrity basketball and be a light. You know what I'm saying? Dim the light on them. I want to have a motivational speaker. I want something to empower. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, bro. If anything that I'm doing right now, it has to be effective. I don't want to be famous. You feel me? I don't want the fame. I want to be effective, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be effective. They can keep the fame. They can keep that. Now, I ain't saying I don't want the money. I mean, I can use it, but I want to be effective. And if I can't be effective, then I don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think
That's
that's
my
dope. Oh
goal,
no,
bro. That's my goal. That's been on my heart for a while, man. And today was the day I got approved for the gym. And I'm like, hey, God, man,
mm,
this deep. You know what I'm saying? Let's be a positive impact. You know, I'm not famous and I ain't made it, but this is my way of giving back. And I believe a
yeah,
person can give back when they're in position. When you in position to give back, then give back. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I love it.
So
I love it.
that's
No,
my
that's what's
goal,
up.
man.
I don't know if where you from?
I'm
Where
from
you at?
Louisiana. From Louisiana,
Okay,
bro.
so you familiar with D1?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think that'd be somebody perfect to get out there and hoop too.
Yeah,
Like for that, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he'd be a perfect man for that if you can get him out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
so for O is organization, and organization is basically organizing a plan to make your goal a reality. So to us outside looking in, like what is a strategy that you would use? You can still hear me?
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. Good, good. So, what is a strategy or something that you may use to organize a plan? Because I say if you plan to fail, then if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Right.
So, what is a plan that you use to make sure that this goal becomes a reality?
Shoot, man. The plan I got right now, man, is keep trying, keep going, keep networking. Hey,
Yeah,
networking,
yeah,
man. Don't be afraid to talk to people. You never know who can help you. You know what I'm saying? Those who say no, it's somebody down the road who's gonna say yeah. So keep networking, bro. Keep
I
keep
love
talking
it.
to these people. Keep showing up. Hey, keep showing up. If nobody show up for you, show up for yourself. Keep going, man. You never know what door you might enter if you stay at home. You can enter in a lot of doors, man, but you'll never find that out if you never go. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Yeah,
that's my word, man. You keep going, you keep investing, you keep showing up. Don't sleep on yourself. Give yourself more credit than what you've been giving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Forget about what they said about you. Just keep going, man, and knock out every negative, positive, impact in your life, man. And if it's not positive, then you don't need the negative.
I love that too. And you said earlier that you used to be shy. So, for you to say that's what you got
I
to
used to
do,
be
I think
shy.
that's dope.
Bro, I used to be
So,
shy. You guys see anybody? I wouldn't say that. Matter of fact, what's crazy, bro? I used to have a stuttering problem.
oh
I had a
man,
and every time I stutter, I used to get so upset, and I just quit talking. And I
wow,
don't even do it no more. I don't even have that problem anymore, man. So that's when you know it's a God thing, bro. When it's a
yeah,
God thing, God will make provision.
that's
God will
dope.
make provision for you to do His will, to do His work. You know what I'm saying? He'll make the cricket straight. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I had a stuttering problem, bro. I'm telling you, man. I used to deal with it. I used to lay in the bed and be like, God, man, why you take these people? Why you didn't take me? I've watched some people that I love dearly die in front of me. I didn't get a chance to hear from it. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody that I lost that were close to me does music. You know what I'm saying? So that's
mm,
crazy to me. So I knew that I had to be the one to carry the load, man. To keep doing
yeah.
it. To
Nah,
keep
that's what's
doing it,
up,
bro.
bro. That's what's up. And the eyes for implementation, and you pretty much just said it. How you want to, go after the people and be consistent about reaching out to people and networking to build this thing up. So I guess the implementation part would be actually going out and doing it. And
Absolutely.
the end is for narrow road, is for narrow vision. And narrow vision is basically to stay focused. What is things that you can do to make sure that you stay? Because I think it's so easy to get distracted sometimes, and what are some things that you can do to make sure that you stay focused and locked in on the mission? Because I think when stuff don't look like it's working our way, sometimes we get knocked off course, get discouraged,
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
How you stay from doing that?
Man, I really keep to myself, bro. I really create a room for myself to refocus, to rest and to reflect on where I used to be,
Mm,
and to where I
I love
am
it.
now. And if I am around somebody, I make sure that my circle is positive. I make sure that my circle is positive. I don't hang with a lot of people, but whoever I hang with, man, I'm looking. I love to be around people who can pour back into me. Because a lot of times what we
Mm,
do is as givers, we pour back out. You know what I'm saying? We,
that
we pour
yes.
out. And we
Mm,
don't we don't really get the people who pour in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And they leave us drain. Man, stuff like that is draining. When
Yeah.
you pour so much out and nobody never pour back into you, it becomes draining. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So if
Right.
I'm in that if I'm in that place and if anybody that knows me, they know that when I'm empty, they can pour into me, then that refills you.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's dope. I tell people all the time, man. It's cool to have some people that you just pour out, like that's ministry, but you're going to need people around you that can pour
Yeah.
into you.
You're gonna need people
Like,
around you.
oh man, I trust me, I know, bro. Like really, man, because you gonna get drained real fast, and then you gonna feel weak and not understand how, and you gonna
Yeah, I
need that.
understand
You
that.
really gonna need that. I
Real
learned that
talk.
the hard way.
Real talk, man.
The G is for grind, and that's basically we know that we're gonna watch your grind and how you grind this out to make your dreams a reality. Before you go, man, can you tell us where people can find you at?
Hey man, find me on YouTube, J Hall Music. At J Hall Music. I send you the link. Find me on Facebook, Jonathan Hall Jonathan Deontay Hall. Instagram, songwriter J Hall, and TikTok is songwriter J Hall 31. So I'm at those places, man.
Man. Well, we appreciate you, bro, for coming out, leaving out of the studio for a little bit to jump on the
Yeah,
podcast. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Man,
yeah.
appreciate you definitely, bro. But everybody else listening, appreciate you for coming in and listening to the podcast. We hope you was blessed by today. We hope that you got something out of it. This is the Keep Going podcast, and we out.
Yeah, 100.
Yesterday is gone, so you only have the day. You wanna throw in the towel, you wanna